don't know. I don't follow the WNBA like I should. And I'm saying like I should because that's the problem. We don't follow them like we should. If you're a basketball fan, let's support them. Today's video is going to be a little different from normal. I kind of wanted to shift gears and let's talk about the WNBA. Let's talk about Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese, A'ja Wilson, Kathy Engelbert, and the whole WNBA situation that they found themselves in. Let's talk about the Las Vegas Aces and the refs and all of this stuff that we're seeing in the media. Some good, some not so good. Come on in here, let's talk about it. What it do, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. While you in here, hit that like, comment, subscribe, notification bell so you can be notified every time Her Takes uploads a new video. This situation is very serious to me. These topics that I would like to talk about are serious because I want everybody to be treated fairly. Now, with that being said, it's not that I'm going to come on here and I'm going to say, hey, these women need to be making what the men are making. No, I know better than that. That is not the case. But when you look at the widespread of how they're being treated and the money that they're making versus the money that the men are making, and they supposedly work for the same company, that's where I have a problem. It's too big of a gap. For example, both Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese, when they signed rookie contracts, 4-year, both making a little over $300,000. Now we know what both of those women bring to the WNBA. We know their skills, we know their talent. Now I hear a lot of hate on Angel Reese. I'm not on that train. I think Angel Reese does her thing. She gets out there, she does her thing. I have nothing negative to say about her. The girl really puts the work in. Now Caitlin, I want to say Caitlin's making like $338 for 4 years, and Angel's making like $324. So Caitlin's making a little more, and I get that. In my opinion, I was surprised to see it that close. I felt like Caitlin should be making more than Angel. Okay. Now they both have shoe deals. We don't know what Angel's is. It wasn't disclosed what Reebok is paying Angel. However, Nike's paying Caitlin Clark $28 million for 8 years. That's like $3.5 million a year. In addition to that, Caitlin had gotten like $3 million NIL money. Now, think about that. Caitlin got $3 million worth of NIL money. But now that she's in the WNBA, you guys are going to pay her less than $100,000 a year? It's just not fair. You know, and that's why these women went to the All-Star game wearing the pay us what you owe us shirts. And they got a lot of flack behind that. But I see reasons and I see the argument for it. All right, we just talked about 2 rookies in the WNBA. Let's look at what, and everybody bashed this young man. Let's look at what Bronny James is making in the NBA. I want you to hear me. As a rookie, Bronny James signed a 4-year, $7.9 million contract. But here's the thing. Yes, the NBA sells more tickets than the WNBA. I get that. Bronny's also playing at probably the highest market team in the league, the Lakers, right? And his jersey sales are out the roof. So are Caitlin Clark's. So is A'ja Wilson's. So is Angel Reese. They're all generating money for their teams. But why? I guess what was hard for me to wrap my mind around is these women have talent. They're skilled. Why aren't they paid for their talent and their skill and the work that they're putting in? That's the part that sort of bothers me. Even in the NBA, those 2-way, 10-day Exhibit 10 contracts, they're like $400,000 or $500,000 a year. And these women are getting less than that for 4 years. I can't wrap my mind around it. I can't. I guess all in all, my hope is that Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese, Aja Wilson, and these women that are coming on now that are, in this social media era, because you had Cheryl Swoops, Dana Taurasi, Maya Moore. You had these women back in the day that were still putting out those numbers, dominated. The Comet was a dynasty. I love the Comet back in the day. But now the women of today have social media. You got NIL. Times are changing. People are getting paid for their likeness. So they have to depend on endorsements and going overseas. So I don't know. I have mixed feelings about it. I do. I'm not. I know it probably right now sounds like I'm just all for, hey, pay them. But the spectrum of it. Okay, here's another small example. The young lady that just won the chip, right? And I'm gonna single her out because Aja, she's on her quest to be the GOAT of the WNBA. I'm not gonna give it to her just yet, but she's very, very close. So many accolades. Let's talk about Aja Wilson's accolades, right? She was drafted in 2018, got Rookie of the Year. WNBA All-Rookie that same year. Before she was even drafted, she got an NCAA chip. 3-time WNBA champ. 2 times Finals MVP. 4 times WNBA MVP. 3 times Defensive Player of the Year. 7 times WNBA All-Star. 4 times All WNBA First Team, 4 times All Defensive First Team, 2 times Scoring Championship, 5 times Block Leader, 2024 Best Female Athlete ESPY Award, 2 times Best WNBA ESPY Player, 2 times Olympic gold medalist. Becky Hammon is a great coach as well. I love the relationship that her and Aja Wilson have. You see them in press conference. They're very comfortable with each other. And I like that. It gives Aja that confidence, that trust. Even with her other players, you can see, somebody made a comment. One of the announcers made a comment before this last game. You know how the media goes into the locker rooms and you can see them giving their pregame speeches. She was literally sitting in a locker cubby talking to her players while they were sitting in their locker cubs. He was like, I'm one of y'all. I thought that was great, right? Like, you want to go to bat for leaders like that because they put themselves on the line with you. Now, with that caliber of a player, putting out that much blood, sweat, and tears, her last contract was 2 years, $400,000. That was her. Not even what these guys that's on Exhibit 10 making. She ain't even making what they making in the league. Now, granted, she's getting her money on her endorsements. I know she's got Gatorade, Nike, of course. Nike didn't disclose what they're paying her, but with Nike paying the rookie $28 million for 8 years, I'm pretty sure Aja's getting more than that. She better be. Now, she better be. I don't know what her contract is, but she better be getting more than that. So, she's getting hers because of who she is, and she's very, very marketable, contrary to what some people think. And those of you that comment things that I've seen, I question your why. Last night, right after the Aces won, I posted that I was going to be dropping this video today. And there's a comment calling her a thug. Now, I clicked on this person's profile and I noticed that they've made, some other comments on my channel that were really good. Always nice, always respectable, never anything out of the way. So I don't know what this user meant by calling her a thug. I don't know. So I'm not going to judge them. I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt and say that you meant like beast on the court with your thug comment. However, it got me to thinking about some comments that I've seen about Aja from people calling her thug. I've seen that before. I've seen bully, all ratchet, they're just ugly things that people tend to label on aggressive WNBA players, and I don't like it. It's just like the whole monkey on the cover of 2K thing that went down. That type of stuff, it just gets me. I just don't like it. It's not good. It's not good for business. These women, listening to Aja's story, she started as a kid grinding for this. And here she is, she gets it, and she gets to the league, to the likes of people like that, Same as with Angel Reese. Meanwhile, you have Caitlin Clark, who puts in the work. She's talented, she's gifted, and you don't get that. And we've seen videos of her being ugly towards people, but you still don't get that about her. It's okay for her, And this video really wasn't to go in comparison to that, because I'm fans of both. I'm fans of all of them. I love them all, right? I love their game. I admire what they've done, where they've gotten. I just want to see them treated fairly, every last one of them. And I know Caitlyn gets hate too. I've seen some Caitlyn hate. I'm not saying she doesn't, but not to the level of these women of color. It just is what it is. My whole point in going here was to show Aja's body of work and what she's getting paid for that body of work. Now, this comparison is in no way to throw shade at this individual. I just thought it'd be cute because they're a couple. And I'm going to compare her to her man, Bam Adebayo. We know his body of work. He's definitely skilled. He's a 2-time Olympic gold medalist, 3-time NBA All-Star, 1-time All-Defensive Team, and 4-time Defensive Second Team. That's his accolades. And his contract is 5 years, $163 million. So here's my argument. Yeah, the women don't make as much money as the men. They don't. However, why is the gap so big? Can't we close the gap just a little bit? I'm not even saying halfway. I'm not. That would be nice. That would be nice. Let's say about if these girls could get like 4-year, $50 million, something like that. A player of Aja's caliber, a player of Caitlin Clark's caliber, Angel Reese. These girls we just saw. Shout out to Phoenix Mercury. Oh my God, those girls right there, they put their bodies on the line. Look at, what was her name? The young lady that hurt her shoulder. I don't know. I don't follow the WNBA like I should. And I'm saying like I should, because that's the problem. We don't follow them like we should. If you're a basketball fan, let's support them. They're playing basketball. That final series was good. The playoffs was good, actually. I haven't been uploading as much because I've been following the WNBA playoffs. Alyssa Thomas hurt her shoulder and just kept going. Bonner, same thing. She's just fighting and just fighting through. The one that came in after the girl got the concussion, that center they brought in, Brown, impressive. These girls put their blood, sweat, and tears in since they were little girls. And I just say, yeah, I agree. Pay them what you owe them. And poor Kathy Engelbert, you should have stayed at home. You shouldn't even came, because that crowd was booing you. They should have known not to bring her out there to give those awards. She shouldn't have came. Hopefully they'll go ahead and do what they need to do. She got to go. It's time for her to go. If she don't believe in them, if the commissioner doesn't believe in the product enough to fight for them, she got to go. Change is never going to be made. So that's my thought on her. Something else I wanted to touch on, because when Gil's Arena was really, really going and they were live. I don't know what's going on with it now, especially since I've been seeing Skip Bayless. I ain't got time for it. I don't even want to see him. But when they were really, really popping and Cheryl Swoops used to get on the show, and, you know, I could tell the young folks in the chat, you don't know who Cheryl is. To me, yeah, she was hard on Caitlin Clark. Some of the things she said, she could have kept it, but you gotta understand, Cheryl Swoops, for you young folks in the back, Cheryl Swoops is a 4-time NBA champ. She was on the Dynasty team, the Comets, Houston Comets. She was on that squad, and she's a 3-time MVP. So you gotta imagine how she must have felt when this league just shifted for Caitlin Clark. You know, she felt like, she's not saying Caitlin don't deserve what she's getting in terms of the notoriety and, you know, they private, all that stuff. She just feels like it should have happened a long time ago. That's what I feel. Now, did she say some out-of-pocket stuff sometimes? Yes. She's not the only one. But I feel her on, these are things that should have happened a long time ago. So, I don't know. I just, after watching that and seeing Aja Wilson, oh my God, this young lady, beautiful. Beautiful. She seems to be a great leader. Her teammates love her. They trust her. That shot she put up to when Phoenix came back on that phenomenal run, that shot she drained. She's just doing GOAT-like things. And to be bullied, to be called a bully, she's being, you know, I don't know, just the scrutiny that comes with it. Now, some of the stuff I've seen in terms of the ref and the officials, yeah, they made some they made some bad calls. They really did. And that part I don't understand, but we see it in the NBA as well. We see it in the NBA. And for her to have gone to the line, I want to say like 19 times, she dang near went more than Phoenix by herself. Now, I saw maybe out of those 19, I maybe saw 3 that they. Now, come on, ref. That was weak. But she good at drawing them fouls. That's part of her game. That's part of her craft, her gift. So we can't be mad at that. But anyway, that's all I got. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe to the channel if you're new. And as always, stay safe. On to the next one. Peace.